Trying to open up my bubbly water here. It's ready to explode on me. Woohoo! And we are live. Woo! Little Alan Parsons intro there on the thing. Hey, we got a lot of good. Hi, Justin. How are you? Everybody, my name is Claude Diamond, and this is the always lovely Justin Chamness of the famous shutupmoney.com. And
that was Alan Parsons?
That was Alan Parsons.
The Alan Parsons Project? Is that the name of the band?
That was the name of the band, Alan Parsons Project. Oh. And God, he's got some great music. I mean,
I've got an older uncle that is going to a live concert of them.
Oh yeah,
are they still around, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, he's still around. His partner isn't. It's me, but this was or was it this week or last week? It was kind of sad. Meatloaf died.
Oh yeah, that's horrible. But I thought he was already dead, to be honest with you.
That was Bat Out of Hell was probably one of the greatest albums ever made. I mean, that was, did you ever take a long drive? That Bat Out of Hell album was that was good drive music,
Is he the godfather of the rock opera?
He very good. That he is acknowledged as one of the innovators of rock opera, right? But who really surpassed? As long as we're here to talk about real estate, everybody. But this is kind of this is our usual banter here. It must be
warmed up.
I'm warmed up. It was 15 below zero this morning. Still got my long underwear on for my run this morning. Amazing. Rock opera. When you say rock opera to me, I think, drum roll, I think Queen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like Bohemian Rhapsody. Queen.
Baba Noosh, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening.
Very frightening.
Nobody came here to hear me sing.
Indeed, very
absolutely.
frightening.
And we have an Alec on here who's scared. I see him down there, but his video's off. We have lovely, brand new Lynn, who is here. Lynn, we'll bring you on. And we have John, the All-American boy, John Armstrong. And we're going to put you guys on in a minute. Give me a thumbs up. You can hear us. We sound good. Okay. Tell Justin he's lovely. Okay. He's sensitive. Okay, good. We like to talk about real estate marketing, living the good life. And we like to do it different from a lot of other people. Would you say so, Justin? I think we like to deal with reality.
Yeah. Well, we believe the salesman comes first.
Ooh, who said that? Who said that?
I said that, but I heard it from you first.
I think the salesman does come first. Oh, we got a comment there. We got a thumbs up in Facebook. Thank you. I think the salesperson does come first. This is the direct opposite of what every other guru teaches. You got to give the prospect everything they need, they want, they ask for. Well, I did that. And then but they didn't give me anything back.
Absolutely. Taking abuse.
Yeah, I heard you. Were you shaving your legs just now, or what was that sound?
I don't know. I'm going to have my wife deal with that.
I got this the other day just for motivational purposes. You want to see a lot of money on a check? Does anybody want to see a lot of money in a check? By the way, use the chat box. We are going to be very responsive to chat box questions. You've got a question in there, and go ahead. And if you'd like to join us, we still have a little room here. I'll put the StreamYard link in there. And boom. And there we go. Let's show that. There we go. There's that little StreamYard link. I'll also put it in there. So if someone would like to join us, you can come right in there, and we're going to let all you guys have a good morning. Dave Skolnick and Ben Jasso. I see you fellas in there. Smile, Ben. Smile. Come on, Ben. 10,000 people are watching you, Ben. Come on. There he goes. Okay, very good. There's a check. Here's a check, another check from Mr. Kennedy. He shared it with me the other day and everything. This is another deal he just did. Wait a second there.
What?
What?
Wow.
This is another deal. He likes that 120 number. This is his after his first deal that he shared was 124. Here's another deal he just did.
Wow.
For $120,000 in real estate.
Wow. That's a couple 2 or 3 years worth of wages for a lot of people.
Hey man, have you ever flipped burgers or run the French fry machine? I mean, I've had bad jobs with horrible employees, and I just love working from home. I love this real estate business. To me, this is freedom. This is what it's all about.
I already played some video games this morning and had a good time, just watching some TV. It's great. You talk about freedom. I love it. Yeah. Is that what you went running for 10 miles though? That's what you did.
Well, I need 3 more. I only got in 7. I need 3 more, but I had to wait till it warmed up to 7 degrees here. I'm in Winter Park, Colorado. I'm 10,000 feet up. It is an unbelievable blue Colorado day. Can anybody see that? It might be too bright here. Those are the mountains in the back behind those trees. That's the Continental Divide. Actually, you can see it right outside my office here. My messy little. I love my messy office. I think a messy office is a sign of higher intelligence. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, because I you got me because my office is nice and tidy. I'm a tidy guy.
You really? You're a neat. You're a little neatnik, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a nerd on that.
You're like my wife. Yeah, my wife is a neatnik. Okay.
Well,
the woman scares me. She's so clean and neat.
Yeah, I feel like it affects my psyche if things are out of whack. Like I need things orderly inside and out,
I remember one morning I got up, I don't know, it was about 4:30 or something. I had to go to the bathroom. It's something older guys have to do sometimes. And I went back to bed. She made the bed already.
Oh, yeah.
That's a neat person, all right? That is a really neat person. Hey, want to talk about some more money and motivation here?
Oh, yes.
Notes. I think a good part of business, I know most people are in real estate, is creating notes. So when you have a situation where you're looking for a down payment, an option money, an assignment fee, and I do this on a lot of my deals. Say you want $25,000 and somebody only has $10,000 to give you down. What do you do, Justin?
You want $20,000 down and somebody only has 10?
Yeah. Well, let's role play. It's still Role Play Wednesday, unless we got to ask people for a new name, maybe.
We want to do that. Yeah.
Justin, I want to do this deal, and I know $25,000 for that contract on a 3-bedroom condo. I want to do that, man, but I only have $10,000 now. Is there any financing available, buddy, or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, let me think here.
Listen to him struggle. Nobody struggles better than Mr. Shut Up Money. Look at him struggle.
Well, honestly, we're looking for 20K here, and
25. You just lost $5,000.
Oh, I thought you said 20. Sorry, we're looking for 30K here, honestly. But in reality, I like you, and I've made a decision that I want to work with you. Suppose in a perfect world, money we could work something out. I could then finance that myself. We could go the full 30. You could put down the 10 today, and we could move forward with payments. Does that sound like something that would work for you, or is this over?
Yeah, I can give you the 10 right now. I have my Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Palace credit card somewhere, and can I give you $1,000 a month or something like that for the balance?
Oh, man, see, that's going to take 20 months. Then, if you put 10K in today and you pay off 20,000 and 1,000 a month, that's 20 months. I was really trying to get this done in the next 12 months. Is there a way you can do 1,700 a month for the next 12 months?
I could do 15.
Well, suppose I was able to do 15 and I put this in the agreement and I send it over to you. What happens then?
You got a deal, man.
I'm sorry, say that again.
You got a deal. I'm ready. Here, you ready
Today?
to get? Yeah, let's go for it.
I'm talking about right now in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'll give it to
I
you
also
right now.
take credit card.
Okay.
I didn't know where we were going with that, but
You want to see this lovely? This is my January file.
Nice.
This is a January file. This is 6 figures a month in notes, real estate notes.
Nice notes that are payable to you.
You can see the dates on them and everything, and these are notes that are run through automatically through merchant account or through PayPal, or some people do bank transfer every month. Just creating notes out of deals. So I just wanted to show that how we can be the bank sometimes in business. That could be for consulting, for product sales, for an assignment, for option money, for down payment, for anything that we can create. Hervik gave us a money sign. Thank you, Hervik. On there, let's let in a few of these nice people here who wanted to join us. Is that okay with you?
Yeah. Come on in. Let's play. Let's have a good time.
Let's let the new kids in on here.
If you're out there watching on YouTube and you're not a part of our groups here, that's okay. Welcome today. And there's a StreamYard link that's been put down on the bottom, and then also we're monitoring the chat. So if you want to chat with us live, that's okay too. This is us sharing us with you.
Yeah, we got.
Hopefully you like it.
There we go. Hello, Lynn. Lynn's the new kid. Introduce yourself, Lynn.
Hi, I'm Lynn.
Last time I can't hear.
You want to know from Knoxville?
Lynn, that was a really short movie. Can you anything else you want to tell us about yourself?
Well, I've been watching Claude on and off for the past year or so, and started doing.
You poor woman.
I know. Finally broke
you don't
down.
have to agree that. Wait. When I make a joke about myself, you don't have to agree that quickly, okay?
Does your wife know you have a stalker?
Probably.
Yeah, and you're in.
Well, I do some real estate, starting or trying to, but I'm also doing some network marketing, product sales that I'm having Claude help me with to get myself started on that, to get my passive income coming in, so I can focus more on the real estate.
Okay, great. We got a little background noise here, so I'm gonna have to mute and unmute a few people.
He's a lot better looking than all these bald guys in here.
Yeah, where's all the women? There are some women in here.
Well, yeah, we don't. I'm not going to touch I'm not going to. For once, I was mature enough not to say the joke that I was thinking about just now.
Hey, Gina is listening.
It is 2022. Do you have a question or anything for this wealth of knowledge and information?
Not yet.
Okay, when you do, let us know. Raise your hand or something like that. We move on to Mr. Armstrong. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you guys?
We're good. We're good. We're talking about. I want to talk today. After I introduce everybody, are we spectators or are we players in business? Let's go around the room. There we got Mr. Kennedy there. Good morning, Kerry. Kerry, I just showed your latest check that you told me about the other day. We can't hear you, Kerry. Maybe I have to unmute you. Maybe that's my bad. There we go.
There you go. Kerry?
Yeah, I'm here.
There you go. There you go. We can hear you now, man.
There we go.
I'm paying attention.
There we go. Good. Kerry, I was just showing your check. Is that from your other deal there? You like the number 120 for some reason, don't you?
Yeah, that's a nice round number.
What are you working on now? You were working on another deal right now. The other day when we spoke, you're working on something new, aren't you?
Well, we're still that one last big rehab that we're doing that I've been on the phone all morning with my contractor. And then I have a Airbnb that we have guests at, and they speak Spanish, and very little English. And thank God Airbnb has a translation function where I'd be lost, but we finally got it worked out.
All right.
So
It sounds good. Anybody working on a deal right now that they want to talk about or have a question for? Anybody on the panel here?
I have a question.
Go for it.
What's the best way to come up with, let's suppose I want to do a contract for deed or land contract with a homeowner. What's the best way to come up with the proper paperwork for that type of transaction? Can it be done on a realtor's standard realtor's agreement or realtor's contract, the state stuff, or is there something special? I think that's a good question. I've been asked that myself.
I tend to use the documents where the deal I'm doing. If I'm doing a deal in Florida, I want to use board approved Department of Real Estate, Board of Realtor contracts that have been approved and scrutinized by 200 chipmunks on typewriters or whatever, or a room full of lawyers. I want to use the contracts that have been approved by the state. What's the logic behind that? And I would use a sales agreement to answer your question. I would use a standard. I like the shorter sales agreements rather than the 88-page realtor agreements. So I like short agreements. I like the agreements that are approved by the state. Why? What's the logic behind that?
Because they've been adjudicated.
They've been approved. Yeah. How about if you have a problem and it goes to court? Do you think when the judge sees that contract, you'll have greater validity than you will maybe something you wrote on a bar napkin?
Yeah, for sure.
I have a bar napkin contract. Here's some bar napkin contract. You can do a contract literally on a bar napkin if it has all the pertinent information, the identification of the parties, the property, the date, the exchange, the monies, and signatures. Consideration, it's called. You have all that on technically on common law. You have that on a bar napkin. You have a deal. But I don't know if that's going to hold a lot. When the judge scrutinized that, should you anticipate that there are going to be problems in real estate? There could be.
absolutely.
Yeah. There's only 1,000 things that can go wrong.
Right. So to me, if you do have a problem, maybe you didn't do anything wrong, but do you want to have a good contract? You want to have a good contract if it goes to a court, it goes in front of a court.
That's good. Good advice.
That's the way. Whose phone's ringing?
Mine. Hold on.
Okay. I'm just going to mute you, Kerry. You can give me a wave if you want to unmute yourself there. On it. Good morning, Luke Quinal.
Good morning. Can hear you.
Oh, there he is. Lou, he's unfrozen now.
Oh, was I frozen? Oh,
You were
sorry.
frozen for a little while there. So using the right paperwork is important in any deal. Did anyone, speaking of, let's see, Hervik says he went to the United Bank with money there. We got on his things. I don't know exactly what he meant there, but I think it meant he went to the bank. And someone new I'm talking with, Gina, who I just spoke to. Do you know Gina?
No, Gina was here she was watching us last week. So
Okay,
I don't know if I've ever met Gina, but she's
I had a great conversation with Gina yesterday. We spoke, and hopefully we're going to do some business in the future, which is one of the reasons I believe in attraction marketing. I meet new people. And Gina saw our broadcast or some of my videos last week. She called me yesterday. We had a great conversation. That's my kind of marketing, talking to people. I don't want to bother people in my marketing. The worst thing somebody can say to me is, hey, you're the 10th person to call me today or something like that. I hate that.
Last week we promised to talk about partnering and something else. Does anyone remember?
Partnering? No.
Partnering. Yeah, we were talking about partnering. Somebody asked us how do you view partnering? Do you partner with people? What does it take to be a partner? And I had the question of what kind of partner are you talking about? Are you talking about a monetary partner? Are you talking about a joint venture partner to help you with a deal, or someone to find a buyer, or what do we mean? You know, so I don't know. I thought maybe we would revisit that topic again a little too today.
Okay. I like the way you defined it. To me, partnering is if you're just getting started in real estate or any business and you're what I call a good finder. I'm like you, Justin. I can sniff out a deal. I'm good at finding deals. But when you first get started and you're finding a deal and somebody wants cash for that deal, option money, down payment, conventional purchase or something, and you don't have the cash, you're either going to have to find the money, borrow the money, or take in a partner, or maybe arbitrage or a wholesale is the common thing. Is that kind of where you're going with that?
Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah.
You know,
I don't know if anybody in the room had any specific questions about partnering. It was brought up last week right at the end. Does anyone remember that or want to talk about that in particular?
Can you guys unmute yourself, or do I have to do that manually? I'm still learning. I'm relearning this system.
Unmute.
Yeah.
You can unmute yourself?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Anybody have anything about partnering here?
No.
No, I ask these questions and I hear crickets in the background.
Yeah. What's going on with that? Yeah. Hold on. I got some crickets here.
There they go.
Nobody wants to know about partnering. Nobody wants to be my partner.
Well, I got a question. When you partner with someone,
wants to know about partnering.
typically,
Nobody wants to be my partner.
just 50-50, or do you negotiate carrying the most risk?
Everything's carrying over.
Yeah, I'm going to have to mute a few of you again. We're just getting too much noise in the background there.
Yeah. What's the
So my question is
partnership? Wow.
Yeah, I guess typically, I would think it would, whoever has carrying the most risk in that partnership would get the majority. You don't typically do 50-50, right? I would say just out of the gate, it kind of depends on the deal.
It depends on the deal. You know, it depends on your situation. Let's say, for instance, let's do an example here. You just found a great deal. You structured it as maybe a lease purchase or for 3 years. Okay. It's a nice home. It's a good property. You don't have the option money. You don't want to be responsible for the payments and everything else like that. The next logical thing to do is sell it to another investor who can make the passive income and the option money and everything. So you want to just sell the contract and step out of the deal. You need cash right now.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Eventually, you want to be that person you're assigning it to, that investor. But for right now, if you need cash, we talk a lot about passive income. When I was holding up this file before on notes, okay, this is passive income. This is 6 figures monthly of passive income. What do I mean by passive income? Okay, passive income is the money you receive on a regular monthly basis, like your car payment or your credit card payment or something. You create notes so you get that regular monthly income coming in, rather than when you do a real estate deal, you got feast and famine. Has everybody here been feasting in the feast and famine mode? Where 1 month you're rich, the next month you're worried about the cable bill.
Right.
Okay. And that's kind of real estate when you're just getting started on there. Oh, we have a Dr. David Sewell. Hello, everyone. He came in. Hello, Dr. Dave. Hello, Dr. David. Everyone turn your head and cough except for the ladies. Get a doctor in the room. Why not take advantage of it, right?
He's a clinical hypnotherapist.
She needs to get used to your humor.
Yes.
Is he really a hypnotherapist?
Dr. David, clinical hypnotherapist. C.HT. At the end of his name.
I've got my hypnotherapy certification right on the wall here too. Learning how to put images and suggestions in people's mind, We do that a lot on our role plays and stuff. It can be a very powerful technique. Maybe we'll come back to that. Right now, go ahead.
I want to come back to that too. And I actually told Dr. David one time, I said, hey, I'm interested in learning more about that, just because I wanted to hear him talk more on that topic, just being a professional in that industry. But yeah, he said, yes, I am. So we're talking to you, Dr. David. Hey, thanks for watching us today. Sorry, Claude. Didn't mean to.
No, that's okay. Partnering. We were talking about partnering and things like that. It depends. Do you need money today? Or do you need, are you in a stable financial situation where you want to stay in the deal? You want to make option money. You want to make positive cash flow on the deal. So some deals I call them keepers. Good homes, good neighborhoods, great cash flow. You just want to keep them. You either own them or you control them through a lease purchase or subject to or owner finance. And you love that extra $300, $400, $500 coming in every month. And you can do that for years and years. And that's what's wonderful about that kind of passive income. But sometimes you need to get out of a deal because you can't consummate the deal. You don't have the money for the repairs or to close on it or the mortgage or whatever. So you make the short-term money. You sell the contract. I think people call it wholesaling. I call it arbitrage. Can you create something of value and sell it to another person? What do you guys think about that? Is that a good skill? Isn't that?
Tell me. Yes, I agree 100%. How important is it to be a storyteller? I know this is a different topic, and we can put this off, but
it's okay.
I feel like I'm a horrible storyteller, and I really want to be better at this, and I feel like this would help my sales game too. Can you talk to this? Because how important is it to tell stories, and what are some tips on how to really tell a story that evokes that emotional quality in the prospect?
Okay, we are now talking about one of my secret superpowers. Okay. I found that I know something about myself. I'll be totally transparent. I'm very susceptible to suggestion. You talk to me about food. We've done that role play a million times. You talk to me about food, about a pizza or some pizza and salad and something, and I start salivating like a Pavlovian dog. Okay, that thing is in my mind. Anybody here ever get a song or a food or something in their head and you just thought of it all day long? It's like a wreck. This is before your time, Justin. A record playing over and over again. Who remembers records? Anybody? And who remembers what came after records? Cassettes. Remember cassettes? You always saw the tape on the side of the road.
8-track.
Yes. Absolutely. Putting an image in mind. People, let's go back to the $1 million rule, my basics. People make decisions emotionally. You have to support that decision with some facts and figures. I might be able to talk to you about buying a house. We should have Lynn talk about Lynn sells a food program for a large company. I think, is that right, Lynn? Nod your head if I'm on target here. Comme ça. Okay. The thing about it is we can sell something emotionally to people. We can use our verbiage, our ability to describe to people or tell a story to people. Did you ever go to a movie theater, a movie, and you were so mesmerized by the movie, you forgot where you were? Okay. You had blinders on. That suspension of belief. You were so enthralled by the movie, like a horror movie. Remember Jaws? Remember that? And you got into that movie. Don't go in the water. What are you doing in there? And everything. You're in a movie theater, and it's a TV. It's a movie. People get lost in their minds with stories and pictures and suggestions. And if you can, it's basically artistry. Can you paint a picture in someone's mind and get them so emotionally involved that they start saying yes? They go up that little yes ladder with you. You still have to find out, can they afford it? Are they the decision maker? Is it timely? Do they need it now? Are they motivated to, because they're emotional, do they become more motivated? And do they have the character to make that commitment right now? When I talk to people, the first thing I say, I might ask questions like a doctor would. I always use the doctor analogy. I go into who's going to be my doctor here? I need a doctor in the room. Somebody raise your hand. You guys just going to stare? Nobody's going to raise their hand? I'm going to assign. Come on, Lynn, we did this the other day. You're the new kid, so I'm going to put you on the spot here. There you go. Right. I unmuted you. Lynn, you're my doc. Hi. You haven't seen me in a couple of years. You're Dr. Lynn.
Hey, Claude. How you doing today?
Not so good, Dr. Lynn.
What brings you in?
Severe flatulence.
Do you have a wife?
What a gas!
Come on, man! It's her first day.
There is a medical thing for people who suffer from that. What is it called?
It's her first day. You really had to hit her with that.
First day. Okay,
much nicer the other day.
I gotta. Yeah, it's just everywhere I go, people have to put out their cigarettes. It's explosive. Like, my back is hurting, Dr. Lynn.
Okay. Gosh, I was so good at this the other day. Oh my God!
Somebody
can you choose somebody else?
Let's get somebody else. Let's get a second opinion. Okay.
How long's it been hurting?
It started about 3 weeks ago, Dr. Shut Up Money.
Oh, what were you doing when it started hurting?
I started taking aspirin. I started drinking heavily.
No, what motion were you doing? What were you doing actively that strained your back? When it started hurting? What did you do?
I sell Slinkies, okay, and I picked up a case of heavy duty Slinkies. Anybody know what a Slinky is anymore? Do they still make them?
They make them out of plastic now, and it stinks.
Oh, it's never as good.
No. Well, okay, so you were lifting with your back, and you hurt your back. Okay, so it's been hurting for how long again?
For weeks now, doctor.
Okay, well, does it hurt when you move like this?
Yeah, don't do that anymore, right? It hurts all the time. Okay, so what is Justin doing right now? Is he giving me the history of backaches and gas and everything like that? What is Justin doing, very simply, right now?
I'm trying to find out exactly what your problem is and what solution you look to gain from me today.
Right. And he's doing one thing very well. And this is one of the keys for putting an image in people's minds. Asking questions. When we're selling somebody, no matter what business we're in, should we start off giving that great PowerPoint presentation and doing the slides and the brochures and everything? Or should we ask questions, and why?
I kind of have a standard 10-question minimum.
Yeah.
Diagnosis.
Yeah.
It builds trust.
It builds trust. Why?
Yeah.
Wow, nobody else asked me questions. Everybody else was just trying to sell me something. Oh, this is your lucky day, sir. The price goes up on Friday. When you ask questions, and sometimes you might even push them away. We call that redirection. We talk about that a lot, especially in real estate. Why are you selling this beautiful home, Justin? You've been in it 10 years. Stay another 10.
Why not just go ahead and stay home from work and take some of these painkillers and just get on with your game playing and have fun?
I can't, doctor. It's just it's bothering me day and night all the time here.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, what other doctors have you gone to, and what other solutions have you tried?
No, you're the first. I looked you up on Yelp, and they said you're the best, Dr. Justin.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good. Well, you know why I'm the best? You know why they say that?
Why?
Because it's true.
Oh, okay.
You're a smart guy. You're a smart
Yeah.
guy. Why don't you tell me? What do you think?
There we go. I don't know what language that is that just popped on the screen there.
I don't know either.
I haven't a clue on that one, but if somebody recognizes it, the thing about it is engaging. I talk to people all the time. My close ratio is very high because I focus on warm prospects rather than prospects who don't know who I am, what I'm about, what I'm selling. So that's one of my keys there. Number two, when I have a warm prospect, I love setting up hard appointments, and I love the visual on Zoom like we're doing right now. I love getting on Zoom or FaceTime or Facebook Messenger or something like that. Number three, I ask questions. 75-25 rule. Who remembers that? Who do you want talking more, the salesperson or the other or the potential prospect? And if you engage them, this is the art of engagement. How do we engage them? By asking those questions. I don't understand. Can you help me? Why is that? We did that this Monday, by the way, openers. I did a brand new mind map on all those new openers. Just why, Mr. Armstrong, why am I calling you today? I'm sorry. I got your name and number here. Can you help me?
I don't know.
Sir? I don't either. I'm so embarrassed. Oh gosh. A lot of people call me because they need help with they either want to buy or sell real estate or invest. That isn't what we're talking. That isn't anything you're involved in, is it?
I have my house for sale.
Oh, and you sold it already, right?
No.
Would you like to sell it today?
Yes.
Can I ask you a few questions? You ask me a few. I'll make you an offer, and we'll
Sure.
see what we can do. If not, no harm, no foul, and you can fire me. Is that fair?
Sure.
Boom. See, slid right in. I got his permission. I'm asking questions, and I called him up like I'm confused and lonely. Okay. You started off this, Justin. How do we put? And we have a NLP. We have an NLP expert out there. Neuro-linguistic programming. Can we put suggestions in people's minds about whatever we're selling? Well, Lynn, one more time here, and I won't embarrass you. Lynn, what is it you sell? Food products, vitamins, things, cleaning products, things like that?
All that. It's the largest wellness company in North America.
Okay, you sell things like that. If you were selling vitamins, for instance, okay, what's the emotional trigger in selling vitamins? Did anyone wake up this morning and say, gee, I want to spend $100, $500 on vitamins? Did anyone ever do that? Lynn?
No.
Oh, okay. So, if I wanted to sell vitamins to somebody, what do you think is the topic or the question I might ask to lead them down that path?
Well, how they're feeling, if they have any health,
Lynn, how are you feeling? How's your health?
Mm-hmm.
Did you make any resolutions I make a lot of resolutions for health and watching my weight every year and everything like that. That's real important to me. How do you feel about that? Great, Claude. How about you?
Yeah.
Okay. And basically you're trying to engage them in a conversation where they start talking about things that are important to them. On that is, and then you could lead into your products or your services or the things that are important.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's a great way. If you just go right into selling with somebody, what happens? The drawbridge comes right up, doesn't it?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Big doors get slammed in your face.
It's
What
a shot
happens
in the
when-
dark too. Like maybe 1 out of 1,000, you're pitching what they wanted. Exactly. Like it's better always to qualify the prospect before you make an offer of any kind, no matter what you're selling, just to make sure that they what they want, that they're ready to make a commitment, that they're capable of following through on the commitment. Maybe that means money. How much money they were ready to spend today or what have you. All of that's important information before you start showing product, because you might be showing the wrong product.
I had I was speaking, this was, this was before COVID. We've got some background noise, somebody. I'm sorry. I don't know where it's coming from, but there we go. I was speaking at Bill Tan, real leader in the real estate industry, Los Angeles REIC, on there, and I was talking to him to a group. He invited me on a Saturday seminar, and I grabbed a bottle of water. I always have a bottle of water when I'm speaking. I said, and I went around the room to everybody. I said, "Sell me this bottle of water. What's the one question, or what could you do to sell me this bottle of water really quick?" And one person said, "Oh, gee, it's a natural spring water." Another person said, "Look, it's got a twist off top and everything." But one lady, and this was really cool. She basically said, "Claude, are you thirsty?" And
Yep, that's a question. Yep.
she closed me on the spot.
Right. One question. Yeah.
She said,
Yep.
Claude, you have some Hoka running shoes. I always talk about my running. I like to run. And she said, "Claude, you were talking about running. Do you ever get thirsty?" I said, "Yeah." Boom. Sold me on the spot. That's question-based selling. That's learning how to sell somebody, make the prospect want to buy so quickly. We see it on TV and commercials and stuff all the time, don't we?
Yep.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Good stuff.
Totally.
So anybody working on a real estate deal or have a question on real estate, we can talk about lease purchasing. I wanted to, the one thing I wanted to talk about is spectator, or are you a spectator or a player?
Yep.
Okay. I think you think we watch too much and not work these little devices as much as we can?
I think what happens is if you don't practice consistently, like I want to say every day, really, the rule of five, the law of five that Claude talks about here, the five, if you're not doing this, you're not practicing, not getting better. That's one thing. But also I've noticed that when I take longer stretches of time off, like I'm not doing the everyday practice or everyday calling or talking to people, I get this frozen feeling, and then the fear starts to creep back in. And it's like, you know what I mean? And I've been doing this for a long time, but yet even still today, if I get cold, I think that's what athletes refer to it as, is like, "Hey, I've gotten cold, like I need to warm up." And so I think the consistency of that rule of five every day, practicing, getting better, working it, whether you're good or not good, no different. Just get on there and start asking questions, working the gut system, trying to get them emotionally involved. All of that takes practice, but it's not a thing that you'll take forever to learn. It's just something that you have to work at to get it, though. I think you have to do it every day. That's my opinion on it.
Here's the thing: if you talk to a few people every day, the forces of the universe are in your favor. If you're sitting around like this, waiting for the phone to ring or someone to respond, I believe in being very proactive, not a spectator, a player. Okay, a player, you've got to get involved. You've got to take the action, and I think we've lost that ability to want to communicate directly with people. I think we obfuscate that by, I texted, I sent an email, I did this and that. Picking up the phone and speaking to a prospect or following up with a prospect. I think that's fantastic. Lynn, you followed up with a prospect yesterday. Didn't you make a sale yesterday? Or get a new client? You're muted. Here we go.
It was my first contact, but they actually answered the phone. So yeah.
What did they call? How did you get to that prospect? I'm just curious.
So I'm given warm or hot leads. I don't find these people. They come, they raise their hand because they've come in through this Patriot switch that I told you about. So they are already seeking what I have, I guess. They don't know the company that I'm working with, but they are looking for American made and all of these things. And so taking money away from Walmart and all this other stuff. So if that's a mission that they resonate with, it's a fairly easy conversation. So like last night, my conversation was an hour and a half. I mean, I've talked to people for 3 hours.
Wow.
However,
That's a long conversation. That's a long conversation. I'm going to have to give you one of these.
well, but the thing is, the way I've been taught, or however you want to say it, is this is more of a relationship building thing, and this is passive income. So they're going to order every month for 10 years on average. So I'll put that hour and a half in now to gain it on the back end. And I tell people it can be done in as little as 15 minutes, but I've gained this rapport with people. Then they get, the longer I talk and the more we agree or whatever we're talking about, they begin to know, like, and trust me. And then it leads to a better outcome. So it does get really tiring though. I mean, one time I talked to someone for 3 hours, and this is what I have to overcome, is the exhaustion of that, because it's mentally draining. Even though I'm really enjoying the conversation at the time, it drains me.
Did you know in the beginning that this was a high probability prospect?
Yes. They filled out a form, gave their information, said they were interested. And then he said, when I had told you, Claude, because I didn't get the information for, I think it was 5 days before I even knew about them. And then I waited till yesterday because I wanted to talk to you first. So that was another 2 days, whatever it was, 3, I think. And he's like, oh, I wondered where you were. And I said, hey man, we've been really busy. We've had a huge interest in this. It's been an avalanche of, people wanting to, get on board with this. So he's like, oh, okay. So that helps, but he was kind of wondering where it was, or who, or someone wants to call.
When we get a lead, how soon should we call that lead?
Right away.
Get it.
Right away. Why?
Right away.
Why is that so important?
You got to strike while the ether's hot.
They're hot to trot, yeah.
You could lose them, man. Yeah, you want to get there right there. Boom, go for it.
Exactly.
Or at least touch base and make a time to get back if it's not convenient. But at least you're putting your finger on them that you got them.
Yeah. This is slightly different because nobody else is going to find this guy except me. I'm the only one that has their number. But I understand what you're saying totally. But, for now, I can't control that I got it 5 days late. I do control the 3 days that I waited.
Okay. You just need more leads, more people like that. And see, I get somebody on the phone and I use my little 3-minute timer, and you can turn it around. You can make it 6 or 9 or 19. When you've got an interested prospect, you get out your little barometer are they on a 1 through 10 scale? Do you ever get the person who's highly motivated? Yes, I want to do this real estate deal. I saw your ad. I saw this or that. And you got emotionally involved and you spent 90 minutes with that person. And then you found out at the end of 90 minutes, they have no money. Am I the only one who is guilty of that? Okay. Right. So we've all done that. So in the first couple minutes, what you might want to do is set up that agenda. Can I ask you 2-3 quick questions? If Lou Quinal, if you found that property that worked for your budget and everything, you said you've been renting for a long time. If you found the right property in the right location and everything, are you financially, do you have a budget set aside right now so you could take an action on that property, Lou?
Yes, I can.
Could you share that with me in round numbers? Is that a down payment? Is that a monthly rent? Is it option? What exactly are we talking about?
Yeah, just a down payment. I can drop.
And when you say down payment, Lou, do you mean 5%, 10%, 25% of that $100,000 condo? Round numbers, roughly.
Well, if I can do 5%, I can do 5%.
Okay, so 5% on that 100. So you have 5,000 available. If you found the right property, you could do 5,000 today without a problem, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, sir. I can do 5%.
Oh, okay. And you're employed, obviously, so you could afford the monthly $1,500 a month rent, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so you could literally do $6,500 down if you found that if you and I find a way to do business, or I have the right property for you, Is that what I'm hearing?
You mean $6,500 down right now, or are you talking about I can do 5,000? You said $1,500. What's it? Yeah,
For the
whatever it
rent.
was.
Okay.
It's
What
in
am I
the-
doing though, Lou? Off the role play. What am I doing up front in the first couple of minutes here?
You're gathering as much information as as far as what I can do with money. If I
Yeah.
have the money,
So
If I can
if you have the
perform.
money, if I know you don't have the money, if I know you don't want a property until next summer, if I know that you're not the decision maker on this large capital purchase, what does that tell me right up front?
it tells you either get off the phone or get the person who can make that decision.
Right. Or get off the phone.
Right.
Am I gonna waste a lot of time? Am I going to waste 90 minutes on someone who doesn't need the house until next June, or can't make the decision because they have a board of directors or spouses or siblings, or they don't have the money right now? It's a financial problem, but they have a million questions. What's a good smart gut salesperson going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Lou, it's been great talking to you. Listen, doesn't sound like we're going to do business today. I'm sorry. I've got so many people calling on this property and everything. I've got your name and phone number. I'm going to send you a little gift here. And if your situation changes, would you please feel free to call me to get back to me? Okay, Lou?
Sounds good.
Claude,
wasn't I sweet? Didn't I fire him very nicely?
Very nice.
How do you fire them, Justin?
I don't think this is a good fit really for you or for me. And so I'm just going to have to bid you farewell for now. If things do change in the future, perhaps, reach out to me then and maybe we can do something. But all right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yeah. But you still have the information. Whether you're buying, selling, investing, whatever business you're in, you still have that information. You have a follow-up. I do an immediate follow-up. I'll send a short video. It's nice to speak with you, something like that. Sometimes they call me back. Sometimes they get, I was thinking all day about Justin. I was thinking all day about what you said and everything. And I called up my brother-in-law, and he's going to lend me the money so I can do this deal. I mean, I thought about all day what you said and everything, and you were a nice guy and you weren't too pushy or anything. But I found the $5,000 that you need.
Well, gee, Claude, we talked earlier today, and like I told you then that, I had some other prospects that I was going to contact after we got off the phone, and we didn't do a deal. And so, unfortunately, 5,000's not going to do it anymore.
You're breaking my heart,
Yeah.
man. Oh, you don't know. I don't even like my brother-in-law, and I borrowed $5,000 from him.
Oh, okay. Well, I wish you'd have maybe done that earlier, but here's what I might be able to do. We haven't signed any agreements with anyone yet. We do have someone that wants to put in $7,500. Is there a way that you could put in 10,000? Could you get another $5,000 from your brother, and we get this done right now?
Well, I guess I could call up my mother-in-law. She has some money.
You guess you could?
Yeah, I'll call her. Can I get back to you in like an hour or so, and I'll see if I can raise the other 5,000.
Get back to me in like an hour.
Okay.
I don't know. No, it just sounds like this might not be a good fit. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 15 minutes, and if I don't hear back from you in the next 15 minutes, then I'm going to go ahead and move with this other prospect. Does that sound?
It sounds like a Godfather. I think a scene from The Godfather here or something.
Does that sound like something that we can do, or is this over, Claude?
Well, I'll call up my mother-in-law. She's wonderful, and I'm sure she'll let me borrow her credit card or something. What a wonderful mother-in-law.
Okay. All right. Well, that's exciting. I'm looking forward to hearing some good news. So when I hear from you in 15 minutes, you've talked to your mother-in-law. What happens then, Claude?
I'll call you right back. Boom. So what are we really doing here, Justin? We're qualifying up front. Do we have rights in the in the sales process? Are we allowed to ask these questions about money, time frame, decision making, motivate? Are we allowed to do that, or should we just give a scripted a PowerPoint presentation like everyone else does?
Yeah.
What's a successful person do?
Yeah. A lot of listenings.
Qualify them get as much information as possible up front. Even push them away. I love the reverse psychology aspect of it. Justin, why don't you just go to a real estate agent or somebody like that? Or go online to Zillow. Or why are you calling me about my property?
Well, my wife really likes this one, and we've looked around at a bunch, and this one here is kind of it's everything we're wanting to do. So that's why we're calling you today about this one. Oh, okay. Boom. Mm-hmm. We have rights in the sales process. We can talk less, listen more. Siva says there. Michael came in here. Hi, Valerie McMichael. Hi, everyone. Hi, Valerie. We're learning that if we talk to enough people every day, hopefully they're warm prospects or follow-ups, and if we ask the questions up front, we don't have to be 60, 90 minutes on the phone and then get the heartbreaking, I'll think about it, or can I call you later, or send me more information. You don't make money when you do that all day long, do you? I feel like, and I've been in businesses that taught this too. Okay. So I'm not coming at it in any certain way other than I've experienced it myself. And I feel like in presentations that they teach you to do that take an hour or 90 minutes or longer, I feel like the sale that you make at the end of that is a desperation sale of, hey, the customers got to be thinking, man, we've been sitting here for 3 hours talking to this person, and I'll feel bad if I don't buy something from them, and it's the guilt sale, right? Yeah, like we've been in the saddle so long. I'll pay you to stop talking to me, please. I'll buy something, that kind of thing almost, and directed to the point actually builds more trust, I believe, and professionalism than the long rapport development that they teach. You have to build rapport and ask questions about. When I was in the insurance industry, it was like ask questions about the kids and the pictures on the wall, and then if they have a curio cabinet with thimbles in it, then ask them where they got all the thimbles, and just talk about whatever, and then spend at least the first 10, 15 minutes just BSing. And I was never okay with that, ever. And then I found Claude, and I found out that it's okay to not be okay with that. I still do a little bit of, hey, I'm human, you're human. Hey, great. Let's talk a human adult conversation. Exactly. I had a friend, he used to be in the furniture business. Him and his dad would open up furniture stores, put up the big liquidation signs and everything. And they had a great business. And he told me this one story, and you just triggered a memory. He had this one couple came in and say, hey, we just got a new house and we really need furniture. Okay. They came in, they were a 10, and the money and everything was good. And he could have just written up the order for this one giant bureau, whatever you call it, the thing with the drawers and the mirror and everything, really. And he goes to the woman and he says, and look at this, they're on these ball bearings. The drawers come out really nice. And the lady got real quiet all of a sudden. And she says, when I was a little girl, I swallowed a ball bearing. I had to go to the hospital and I almost died. So sometimes maybe just write up the order, take the order, and you don't have to volunteer all this extra information, do you? He said, Claude, I opened my mouth. I had to talk about other things. She was ready to buy it. And I had to talk about these ball bearings, and I almost killed the sale. The lady got teary-eyed and everything like that. Sometimes we don't have to give the presentation. We just have to get them emotionally involved, ask the right questions, and say, and my favorite clothesline is, hey, Mr. Chamness, what would you like to do next?
Well, I'd like to think about it, Claude.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to, sir. You know what? Why don't we just say no? It's okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not telling you no. I'm the kind of guy that doesn't make snap decisions on, several $100s here. And
you know what? I understand that. And if you can't say no, I'll say no. We're still friends. Don't worry about it. This is a big purchase. You just walked into my store here right now. And listen, I don't sell with pressure, but here's the problem. You told me you bought a new house. You need some furniture. This is I believe you and your wife love this couch. And this is the only one we have left. If I get the feeling you're going to leave the store and you're going to have a lot of regrets.
Well,
Why do I feel that way?
Well, I'm looking to get a couch today, and it looks like, according to the sign on the door, it says that you guys have delivery free within 7 days. But I need a couch by this weekend. I cannot wait 7 days. So we're going to have to think about this, and we might come back later. But
it's a big problem. It's a big problem. You're right, sir. Why do you think we need 7 days? Because we're selling so much and everything. Let me just ask you something. Let's pretend for a moment. Imagine for a moment that you need this, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
When you say the weekend, what do you mean, sir?
Friday night. I got a party Friday night at my palatial mansion.
You know what? The delivery manager is a friend of mine, and he owes me a favor. If I call him up and I see if I can twist his arm and get a favor out of him, that wouldn't make a difference, would it?
Well, if you can get it done, we got a deal.
Hello, Joe. Joe, I got a big favor to ask you. I know you're busy. Listen, Joe. Yeah, I've got this nice couple here, the Chamness family. They really need this couch on Friday. Whoa. Easy, Joe. Joe, come on. Joe said, "Are you sure you want it? You can do the paperwork and pay for it and everything today."
I got my credit card right here in my hand.
He's ready, Joe. This is a nice family. Do me a favor. I want to help these folks out. Okay. Joe said if you do it right now, he'll deliver it on Friday. Do we have a deal?
It's a deal.
Okay. Goodbye. There was no Joe on the phone, of course, but
I figured that.
What just happened? What just happened? Turned that whole deal around. I knew Joe would deliver it on Friday, but I struggled and turned it right around. What did we just prove in that little role play? How do we turn a deal around sometimes?
Reciprocity? Is that the word? You're giving and taking here?
I'm going to stick my neck out. I'm going to ask a favor. They never do that. He's going to be, he's mad at me. Listen, he's screaming on me. That's reciprocity.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good stuff here today. We're out of time, dude.
Thank you, Claude.
Give yourselves a round of applause.
Everybody,
thank you for joining. Before we go here, Justin, lovely Justin Chamness. He's one of the smartest people I know in real estate. His webpage is Shut Up Money. You've got to tell us next week where you got this Shut Up. You've got it on your sweatshirts and hoodies and caps and everything. Where that idea came from.
Yeah, I'll never tell, man.
You'll never
that's
tell.
The whole point is shut up money. It's shut up.
There you go.
Can't talk about it. That's the first rule of the Shut Up Money Club is you don't talk about the Shut Up Money Club.
Okay, that's like the Fight Club. There you go. And Justin he has a great webpage. He has a beautiful webpage with a lot of really good information there on there. My webpage, ClaudeDiamond.com. You can schedule a free 15-minute appointment with me or get a free book on what we've been talking about today, sales, marketing, real estate, and all the great things that give us that wonderful thing we love, freedom. So don't be a spectator. Here's where don't be a spectator, be a player. Do what Lynn did, Miss Wagner. Do what everybody does. Pick up the phone, talk to people, find out what their needs are, and have these good adult to adult conversations, and you'll see the magic happen every time. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for joining us.
Stay safe out there, everybody. Thank you.
Everybody have a really good day. Let's see if I can find a little music. I always like to go out with some music, but I can't find any right now. So you guys have a good day. Take care.